Okay. Okay, yes. Part 2, 20 minutes later. Whatever. Okay, so... Yeah. The bunny, Judy Hopps, is her name, is a very dedicated rabbit in the story of Zootopia. And there's... Okay, the mystery is very in-depth, because we don't have no idea what's going on, or why. So you're very much left with, okay, what's going on? Animals are going feral in this big city of Zootopia, where everyone lives together in harmony, but there still are prejudices, etc., etc. The point is, with the mystery, is that it leads us from person to person, and with each person, we get just a tiny bit closer, and we get the word, the Howlers, and that's kind of it. And then when the big press conference saying, we busted the case, you don't have an answer as to why. I'm thinking, why are you holding a press conference? Shouldn't it be bugging on her as to why? And it's like, well, she states, well, something's causing them to fall back on their, not something, but they are falling back on their predatory instincts in nature for some unknown reason. And of course, what gets the fox going. And it's like, shouldn't that be your question and not giving a speech right now? You know, shouldn't you be finding that out? You know, why aren't they asking the mayor questions why aren't they asking people of interest, you know, first about these questions? But nope. So, of course, there's more of a misunderstanding, prejudice, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I just do not understand the logic. You are a, you know, police investigator. You think that somebody could, you know, ask this question at any other point in this part of the movie. And apparently nobody has Google. There's no Google in this world, apparently. They have not spy cams, but like traffic cams and other stuff on the web, and apps and iPhones, but they do not have Google, because she said howlers, and then they said, well, the only howlers are wolves. They loosely connected to wolves, and I'm like, I don't know. It's like, and then they find out later what it really is, and it's like, really? It's like, she still is quite a bit green there, I believe. But I love her character. She's smart. She's adaptive. She knows how to play the hustle. She's actually very good when she actually goes up against the fox and everybody else. Oh, but personally, I would love to have seen how they figured all out if the rabbit goes rabid. That would have been awesome if she would have had like 5 minutes or whatever of just freaking out, and then she understands why later, like afterwards. It's like, oh, it's because of this, and then it goes on. That's the only real nitpick about this character, is that, you know, it's only when then she fails does the answer present itself. And it's like, I don't know, that feels a bit given to me. You know, like, she couldn't, you know, go online or come across it some other way. It's like, wait a minute. You mean the answer, the family had the answer the entire time? Her family had the answer the entire time. Something she probably would know, but she doesn't equate the two. And it's like, the rabidness and the fact that it's right there on the family farm, the answer and the question, and it's like, shouldn't she know this? Seriously, shouldn't she know this? And it's like it just kind of gets you a little bit when you start to think about it after the movie, just a tad bit. So I gotta strike at least the tiniest of points from the film for that. I just got to. And, you know, the hardest part is that this is such a damn good film. The humor is good. The characters are awesome. I love the fox. I love the rabbit. I kind of like the DMV sloths, but it was in front of the Star Wars film, and like I said, another like in the Cinema Snob reviews, is like midnight reviews, was that when it's in front of the Star Wars film, everyone's all like going, like, get on with it. You know, we're here. It's like almost 2 a.m. I want to watch my movie, man. We've been standing for over an hour or 2 in line. Come on, let's do this. So, yeah. Hold on a second. I gotta get this. All right, never mind about that. Let's just leave it. Whatever. The point is, this is a darn good film to see by yourself, like I said before. That's the only real slight nitpick is that, yes, they say that, you know, it's not handed to you, but yet, at some point in the story, things are handed to you. Like in Frozen, where, what was it? Where they say, you can't fall in love in a single afternoon, it takes 3 days, or whatever, to fall in love with someone, you know, and, Entangled, strangers could be honest, and yet your loved ones could be deceiving you, you know, and, or something, I don't know, it was trying to be a bit more, realistic with its theme, to some extent, that not everything is as it seems, which was kind of good. I don't know, it seemed a bit more adult at the time, I'm not entirely sure why. Point is that it does the things a lot more mature than, you know, past animated films have. Like, people were getting upset over Cinderella because, you know, it was just handed to her. Yes, but Cinderella had to have a lot of faith in herself to believe she could actually pull this off on her own. The magic and dress and everything else could only get her only so far, you know, and, you know, dancing with the prince, you know, and him being enchanted by her wasn't the dress. It wasn't, you know, it was the fact that it was her, you know. She wanted to go to the ball, you know. It was just more of helping her get there for this immense setback. And so in the sequels, after a good long amount of, you know, protesting that, you know, it sends a bad example to little girls everywhere. Really? Just Cinderella? You know, let's take away the magic. Let's undo everything, start from the beginning, and say the magic is now against you. What do you do? And we see her say she's determined to get her happy ending. You know, she's determined to meet the prince again. She's determined to do all this stuff to have a good life. Because it's hers, you know, and she's willing to fight for it. A bit more now, even though as much as she fought for it previously, she's now fighting much more for it now. So she's earning it a bit more honestly, I guess, or whatever. And the point is that to do things right, to do all of it right, is insanely difficult. The fact that they only did one convenient thing is acceptable. Because it's only one thing that's convenient. Everything else was rather, you know, a pretty well decent mystery. And what else is there? There's not much else to say. Coming up in 10 minutes. Okay, cool. So that's basically it for now. I don't believe I have anything else other to say. Other than that, the ending theme song's pretty cool. I like that. Try everything. Oh, oh, oh. Try everything. I like that. That's good. I'm gonna put that on my song list. So yeah. It's a lot about, Zootopia is about a lot of, big, heavy, complicated feelings. And I love it for it. Maybe the next one they'll have no conveniences. Who's to say? Anyway. Looking forward to Man of Steel and Marvel's Civil War. Here's to hoping they really don't suck. Take care, and see you at the movies. Bye.